Awesome.
All right. Hi, we're just doing this quick little video recording with a former professional practices student, Kennedy, to share her experiences on an internship that she came across as part of one of the assignments for the course. So we just thought we'd take a couple minutes and share those experiences with other students and hopefully encourage you to seek out some great opportunities for yourself. So could you talk a little bit about how you found out about the internship and ended up applying?
Yeah, so I've actually been following like Nick Animation and DreamWorks Animation on Instagram for a really long time, and I would see them do like little intern takeovers, and I was like, I want to do that. And that was back in 2019, and so I was just kind of following and like always kind of trying to like apply over and over again. And then for Nickelodeon, I saw that, COVID hit, and so there was like those virtual options that were there. And so I was like, okay, let me keep working on this. And then finally we did like our little cover letter and the resume and stuff, and it just kind of all fell together. And then I threw it out, forgot about it, to be honest, forgot about my application. And then I heard back from them and I did my little interview. They're like, we want you. And I was like, and so so and then I was there, and it was a lot of no's, though. I will say it was a lot of no's before I heard that yes. But yeah, that's where I am now.
And I think that that's ideal that, as part of the assignment, I don't want to make it required that people have to apply because they might not find that great opportunity that you did, or it might cost money or things like that. But I think ideally that's kind of what I imagined of like, wow, it'd be really fantastic if not just kind of an assignment or an exercise in class, but it actually made a difference and became sort of real in different students' lives. So what did you do as part of the internship?
Okay, so this is where it gets a little silly. I I was a community efforts intern. A lot of people ask me like, "Oh, or like, are you doing animation? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" No. I am. I also kind of changed my major while trying to do like your class, because I was like, "Oh, I kind of like this more than just one thing. Like, I don't like just drawing and painting." So I went into IADS, and I care about like diversity, equity, and inclusion, trying to do accessibility initiatives, things like that. And so community efforts was trying to instill creative confidence in children through drawing sessions online. There were we do mentorships. We would donate resources like tablets, um, any technology to like more underserved communities, and working with nonprofits and schools. And I even did like things like this, Nickturn panels. Like I would grab Nickturns, or for me, added former Nickturns because I thought that would be cool, that are currently working with Nickelodeon, to talk to students about the internship and talk about what the benefits of an internship what like is, and any other kind of advice that I found like that might be helpful. So that's another thing I did. That was like my little project for the summer. And so I did a lot of those for different nonprofits and schools. And yeah, that's what I
And
did.
this was all in 2020 with like intense COVID stuff, right?
Yeah, this is intense COVID stuff, and this was the summer of 22. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. And then did your experiences with your internship, you said you sort of shifted your major in school a little bit, but has it sort of changed what you're thinking about doing after you graduate now?
Yeah. So
Big time.
um it was my goals are always moving around. Like I was just like, what am I doing? Am I doing this? I thought I wanted to be like a storyboard artist for like all my life, and then I was like, never mind. And then I thought I was going to be completely like nonprofit leadership studies, because I was like, I just kind of want to do this diversity, equity, inclusion thing. And I was like, never mind, never mind. I had no idea I would be in the animation realm or even have my foot in the door there. So now that I've explored it, I really do want to go into animation. It's really fun. I've even heard like people that would work in corporate, like in Paramount and stuff, they're like, I like hanging out with the animation crew. Like it's just so much more fun and better people. And yeah, like it's really cool to see how you impact everything with animation. And so definitely want to get into that. It's really crazy that I'm still like I wanted to be in animation. It's just that where I am or where I'm going to go is a little bit different. I think I would go more into like I don't know. I'm not sure. I realize that I realize I can teach and make differences in like diversity and stuff just through animation. Whether it be like script coverage or saying like, hey, I think maybe we should include this in this sequence, or maybe we should avoid that or prevent like this kind of language, or you can make that kind of impact in little ways. And so I was like, oh, like I don't have to be holed up in like an office and doing workshops and like I wouldn't be just doing teaching. Like I can make it fun. I can make SpongeBob, I can do the like it's really fun. I was just like, that's so cool. And I never even thought about that as a possibility. So sorry, if that
No, I
answers your
think that
question.
it's a bit more organic, right? And it gave you kind of an insight into that. And it's I think a more informed uh I don't know, sort of awareness of what a job might be. And I think that students and different people at different points in their careers have different ideas of like, oh, well, this is how it's going to be. And like you said, I'm going to like go to a cubicle and I'm going to like send emails and have meetings. And it doesn't exactly have to be, there are certainly those jobs, but there's such a wealth of different approaches and ways of, furthering priorities and interests and things like that. So it obviously gave you just that kind of insider information about it. What
Mhm.
other kind of benefits for anybody considering like internships would you see or would you recommend?
Um, benefits, I would definitely say, oops. I would definitely say, um, you get to know the company and the company gets to know you, which is very beneficial. And you're both on like this shared mutual understanding that you're there to learn. And so they're going to give you those opportunities to hopefully like make you learn more about what you're trying to improve on and develop professionally. Some even have curriculums in place kind of to help you with that, or have like, some steps to help you in that sense. I would also say um, you kinda get to know more people, like, network in that sense too. Something that my internship director kept saying was just, companies don't really care about you, it's the people that care about you, and
Mhm.
so I think, yeah, connecting with those people, staying in contact, it's really, really, really valuable. And then you get that experience and you figure out what you like, what you don't like, or you could be like, "This was great." You could be like, "Oh, I actually kinda wanna explore this pathway," or maybe I can do this. And like for me, I was just like, this is awesome, but I kind of want to try that thing,
Mhm.
or I didn't know that this existed kind of a thing. So yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I think are really good benefits from an internship.
Excellent. And is there any other advice that you would give students as they're starting to think about, all right, I'm going to graduate, and then what am I going to do after that point? And like, what are you
Hmm.
starting to think about, and what other sort of, I don't know, just advice that you would offer?
Um, hmm. Something that my professor said last semester that I kind of wish I had heard a little bit earlier was don't forget why you're here, and that's to learn. It sounds like very simple, but for me, it was just like huge because I realized, like, oh, yeah, like we have a university at our fingertips. We have access to all kinds of different fields, people that are professionals in those fields, and we could easily like access them and just say, hey, like, I kind of want to learn more about XYZ. And they know you're there to learn. They're there to teach. They're there to also learn too sometimes. So, like, you can ask and they can either say, no, I'm busy, whatever the case may be. And if they are, there's usually someone else you can go to. There's so many people here and there's so many resources. So utilize that. Also the career center. Um just utilize the resources on campus. I didn't know about like biginterview.com and things like that is through the university, which is super helpful, which helped me with my interview with Nickelodeon. And I did it like the night before because I just learned about it, but it was so helpful, and I've been just like telling everybody about it. Um, and what else?
And a lot of those
Um,
resources I know are available to alumni. So even if you found out about it later or things are just too crazy, like you're in your last semester, it's like, I just have to like graduate and pass these classes. But that was something I wasn't aware of since I'm
oh,
actually not a UNT alum, so I don't know those kind of resources. But in talking with folks at their career center, that's just they want anyone from UNT to succeed at any point. So coming back and maybe an alum refocuses their direction and just wants to brush up on some things or look for some other resources. All of that is still available. And I think a lot of times recent graduates like disappear and they're like, oh, I can't go back. I graduated, I'm done. Now I'm on my own. I've got to just figure it out. But there's still so many great resources and so many people that want to just help everybody succeed. So not to forget about those resources even after you graduate.
okay, yeah. That's good to know to put in my noggin. But yeah, I think what's another one? I can't remember what I was gonna say for the
Yeah. And you said with the whole, since you did your internship at Nickelodeon, that people kept asking you about all the slime that
Oh, yes. All
you
right.
said you
Yes.
grabbed some of that when you're
Yeah, they gave us slime. It says like, I got slimed as a Nickturn grad, summer 2022. And then they also gave us little stickers and stuff for our laptops and a congratulations. And then there's a secret slime recipe on the back. It's top secret, so I can't show that. But yeah.
some perks from the experience too. So
Yeah,
depending
for sure.
on what place people go to, then obviously they're going to have different kinds of experiences, and hopefully it furthers people's ideas and end up with a job that people are happy and fulfilled with. So
Oh, I have something then. Hold on.
yeah,
I do remember something.
yeah.
Strength. Are you familiar with Clifton Strengths? Like the whole
No,
things they're
no.
on it? Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, so I know I did it in my freshman year, and it was just like a whatever kind of like in I think it was AIM, the leadership seminar thing, and I it kind of just felt like a personality test kind of a thing, and I just kind
Mhm.
of blew it off. But I revisited it during my sophomore year, and I realized like, oh, like these are my strengths, and I can really work on these. I can work with these, and so I started exploring some of the career options that worked really well with my top five strengths. And when I explored them, I was like, oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. And then I kind of learned how to apply it with my other jobs. So as an RA, I was like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then it just kept aligning. And I found myself going, okay, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should be doing this. And so then I kept finding more options and what really drove me in my values and my strengths. And I felt more fulfilled with my options and my opportunities. And so yeah, I would say definitely take the strengths quest
Well, and I
test.
can add that link. I'm always adding stuff to the course, and the students that I do have the chance to talk to, I don't get to meet everybody, but I just say like, look, just download it all. Like I know you're busy and you're just trying to pass the class and everything else, but if you're not up for all this other stuff that isn't even required in the class, but is just there as a resource, download it all, put it all in a folder somewhere, and
Hmm.
come back to it when you're thinking about these things, when you have a little bit of time to digest it all, or like you said, you're at a different point in your life and you're refocusing on things, or you did this, that strengths test, and then you come back to it and you're like, oh, well, yeah, now I'm thinking a little bit more about the future or what my interests are going to be. And this will really, it was just some exercise I did before, but now it's really reaffirming or giving me some insights into myself and then connecting it to very usable kind of next steps. So that's
Hmm.
why I just keep adding and just keep putting stuff there. And it's, all great resources, and different people are ready for them at different points. So I think that's a great suggestion. I'll add that in there too. So that's
Yeah, yeah. I will keep rooting for that one because it has helped so much. And it's very detailed. It's not just like a here's your 5 strengths. It's very detailed. You can read reports and how it applies, and it's yeah, I think it's really valuable. But
Excellent.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're just going to keep it short and sweet. So hopefully people actually watch all of this. And I just wanted to thank you again for sharing your experiences. And it was just, I just remember it was so exciting to hear that this kind of exercise or assignment had a real impact and why we wanted to get together today and just share it with everybody. So thanks again for that.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Thank you for letting me talk about it. I was really excited to share. I was like, "What?" So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna to quit the recording, but don't disappear.
Okay.
All right. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can hear from me when I post future videos. Thanks for stopping by.